Alright, Sunday, 3rd. Got an object here, which is really cool because yesterday we actually got a little bit of rain. It was super overcast all day, you couldn't see anything. Not that it would stop these objects, but it just makes it a little more difficult to spot them. And then the day before that, I only had 2 really cool, quick sightings. I wish I would have captured them, but it was just too fast. And it was just pretty much nothing after that. So it's been a slow couple days. And it was a little overcast this morning as well, but there's some patches of blue skies here, well, somewhat blue. Some openings I was kind of checking out, and sure enough. And in the beginning of the clip, you might have noticed a plane off to the left. Kind of wondering, like, hey, what's up? But there's no more action going on here. But it could have been that I was just missing it, or maybe they just weren't active. I don't know. So far, it's just a single one here. There goes a plane. I've seen these things dart next to planes, behind them, you know, choppers. And then there's been a lot of clips where planes fly by. I'm sure they're quite a distance away, but that's pretty close. That just makes me wonder about the pilots and passengers, if they're able to see anything. Kind of tucked in the shade here. Got a little sliver of shade right behind the building. I'm gonna creep out a little bit so we could get a little more footage. Looks like that could have been a flyby right there. I'm not sure. Check it out on the replay. So thank you. Let's see, where'd it go? Let's see it. The pan side of the building here, and then I'll go off to the street a bit and see if we could see it anymore. I don't see it with my eyes. I'll just go ahead and zoom, control around a bit. So I was just remembering an experience from the Bluff Creek. I've been sharing more videos from Bluff Creek. Today was another little clip. I think it was like a second take when I was down at the film site. And so yeah, just sharing some more content with y'all. And if I do find more stuff, I'm sure I have stuff hidden and lost that I don't remember on maybe game cams and different devices. I gotta go through the FLIR, see what's on there. And yeah, no, I should have footage somewhere else. And then those cameras I lost years back, I'm sure there was stuff on there. That's all good. So today, on STM, Small Town Monsters. They were up in Alaska, right? And it's very interesting trip they had there. And then Damon, excuse me. He was up there with them, with Alex, and I forget the third person. It might have been Alex's brother or something, but Damon, we spent the week with him up at Bluff Creek recently, and the last time we were up there also Damon was there. And I shared some footage, it was like audio footage that we had, and it was Damon on the walkie-talkie. Damon's super teched out. He's got a thermal drone. I think even his Jeep has thermal on it. And so it's cool to see him on the Small Town Monster series. And so yeah, this time around he brought his pug Norman with him, and so something trippy happened. He had brought his motorhome, huge motorhome, really nice spread setup he had there, and him and his friend had gone off to, I don't know if they went to go bump around the Bluff Creek area. They didn't go down to the film site. They went to some other areas, I believe. And we stayed at camp. A few of us stayed at camp. It was me, Terry, and I forget, Stevie. We had pulled up from, I forget where we had gone, and Ron and Tate were somewhere else. I don't know. People were just kind of scattered, it seemed like. But we head back to base camp, right? And so Terry and I, we get out of our vehicles, and Stevie, Terry's son, gets out also, and he heads to, I don't know if to go to sleep or go lay out or whatnot. And this might have been actually after, when we were looking for the guys had gone for the hike, and we were back and forth up and down the mountain trying to figure out what was going on with them and all this stuff, right? It was kind of dramatic. And so we get back to base camp, and Terry and I seriously heard Norman, which is Damon's dog, bark inside of the trailer, the motorhome. And it was the weirdest thing, because Terry and I don't know if we looked at each other or what, but we both noticed it. We did, I forget what our reaction was, but we were thinking that Norman was left behind, because we knew they were gone inside of the motorhome, which we thought was kind of odd. I was like, oh wow, maybe he trusts the dog to leave him in there like that, right? And and so I guess that was that. And then a little while later, Damon shows up with his partner and the dog, and then the dog jumps out of the Jeep. We're like, Terry and I, like, what the hell? Hold on. We thought the dog was inside of the motorhome, and it wasn't. So we heard a bark, and it sounded just like a pug, just like Norman. And it was like pretty clear. I'm surprised Stevie didn't hear it. And so that was very strange happening there, that, it didn't get recorded. And I don't even think we mentioned it. So thought I'd share that with you guys here. Let me know what you guys think about that. There has been weird things that have happened in like Laos camp and stuff. And I'm sure in other areas, especially if you speak to the natives around there. But anyway, a little UFO. Oh, look, it's back. Let's see, give me a second. Can't see you. Here, I'll try to use this plane. There. You kind of got to give it a little second too sometimes, because sometimes they'll do that, where it disappears and it comes back. But I just spotted it again. I'll leave it zoomed in, and I'm checking with my eyes here, so that was pretty cool. It popped back up. Anyway, If it does show up again, I'll just take another clip. One more quick random pan, see if you spot anything on your end. I don't see anything on the screen. And I'll share some other stuff that's happening. The run before last at the Bluff Creek, that I shared that out with Sean G, and it was like a weird dream type situation, but I don't know if I was dreaming or not, but it was a weird situation, but I mentioned it a couple times. We'll get into stuff like that. Anyway, we out.